right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. And have you built a massive bamboo farm that just produces all the bamboo you could possibly need, and you're wanting to use bamboo to fuel your furnace array? But every time you try to make an auto crafter that puts out bamboo slabs, you get buttons and pressure plates, and you can't quite figure out why that's not working right. Well, this tutorial is going to be for you. We're going to learn a little bit about comparators, a little bit about auto crafters, and the easiest way to make slabs from bamboo sticks. So, first thing we need to outline is redstone signals. A full power redstone signal goes 15 blocks. See right here, that's a level 15. That's a full power signal strength of redstone. 16 does not power the light. 15 would, as we can see with this one. The light comes on because it is right at the end of a signal strength of 15. Why this is important is because when a comparator reads something, it also puts out a signal strength of 1 to 15. A lot of times you can use barrels or composters or chests or something else, but what I have found is the easiest is the decorated pot or the clay pot. The reason why it's easiest is because the clay pot holds exactly one stack of anything. You can't access its inventory. You have to break it to see what's in it, but it's still pretty easy to outline here. So one stack to create a signal strength of 1 to 15. Why this is important is because this right here, items that have 16 per stack. We can see that in the early game, this is easy to get. Signs, snowballs, eggs, honey bottles, ender pearls are a little harder to get, but snowballs and signs are so easy. One stack is a full strength signal from a clay pot. And the nice thing about items 1 to 16 is we are trying to get a signal strength of 1 to 15. So up until a point, every item you put in gets one redstone signal. 2, 3, and we see we have a signal strength of 3, all the way up to 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can see, we have got a redstone signal of 8 right now, and we've put 8 items in. Super easy to keep track of. When you get to 9, it actually doesn't go to 9 because of rounding, and we're actually dealing with a stack of 16 and we're a signal strength of 15. Once you get to 9 and beyond, you have to put one extra item in. So 9 does not get you a signal strength of 9, but 10 does. And then from there on out, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 should turn the light on. And there it is, a full signal strength of 15 from this clay pot. Now, the reason why that is important is because with auto crafters, the maximum signal that it can put out is a 9. 1 for every cell in the grid. So right now we've got 2 turned on and we've got a signal strength of 2. If we turn 3, we can see this light turn on. So we're getting a signal strength of 3. In order to craft, let's say we wanted to craft a snow block. Once all those cells are full, we get a signal strength of 9. It does not go any further. 9 is as far as it goes. And it doesn't matter if there is one item or a whole group of items. If we take that out, we've got multiple items here, but the light still went out at the end because it only cares if the cell is full. So 9 cells, a signal strength of 9. The reason why this is important is because when we do a comparison to, get my snowballs back, a signal strength of 9, this comparator will actually not turn on until the signal strength is equal to the signal strength going in the side. So we want this clay pot to have 10 items or a signal strength of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now this is putting a signal strength of 9 into here. And as you can see, that light went off because we only have 5 cells selected. And this will only turn on if we have all the cells full. We see that the light is still off, but when the light comes, when they all are full, this signal turns on. And that right there is how you keep from crafting buttons and pressure plates. This comparison to a level 9 signal is the most important. Again, so when the comparator is in compare mode, it takes the signal here and the signal here. And if the signal that it is reading from behind is equal to or greater than the signal it's getting from the side, it will output whatever signal it's getting from behind. And interestingly enough, a comparator actually can compare from both sides, just for the record. Now, on a side note with comparators, they also have a subtract mode. So whenever the comparator light is on, now what it's going to do, it is going to take a signal from behind. It is going to subtract the signal from the input, and then whatever is left is what it will output. It can't go any lower than 0. The signal strength of 1 is the most that it can output. So let's get some snowballs back here. And if we have a signal strength of 1 in the back, we see we have 1 in the side, or 1 coming out the front. But if we subtract 1, it goes back to turned off. If we put 2, 3, 4, minus 1 is a level of 3. If we keep adding, so 4 minus 2, signal strength of 2. 4 minus 3, signal strength of 1. So that's what the subtract mode does, just on a comparator versus the compare mode. And the compare mode is going to take this, and if this signal is equal to or greater than this signal, it puts out a full strength signal from this. So we've got 4 items in here, 3 in here, and a signal strength of 4. If we make this a signal strength of 4, it stays on because they're equal. If we make this a signal strength of 5, all goes out because now what it is getting from behind is not greater than or equal to from the side. All right, so that is a comparison, a comparator rundown. Okay, now to run through the theory of how to activate an autocrafter, we are going to do just the simplest activation method. We're going to put, let's just put this in from the side. And we are going to craft a bamboo block from bamboo. Now, in order to do that, a comparator can actually read through one block. So if we put the comparator here, it's still reading this autocrafter. And we can now use this block to activate the autocrafter. So we're going to build a bridge up and over. We are going to compare the autocrafter to a redstone signal of 9, which again is 10 snowballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is still off. We're going to run this up and over. So whenever this gets full, it will be equal to this signal, and that will turn on. And we will get a bamboo block shooting out. Let's get some bamboo in our inventory real quick. And if we put this in there, that is going to fill that up. And every time it gets to a level 9 signal strength, the autocrafter is activated. That's the basic theory behind what we're doing in the contraption behind us. But what we want to do is we want to do this as fast as humanly possible. Now, a autocrafter can actually take inputs from 4 sides. 4 sides, okay? Now, we are going to use this block method again. We are going to test this autocrafter. We are going to compare it to this clay pot with 10 snowballs. And the output will only turn on when the autocrafter is full. We're going to take that output and we're going to put it back into here just to activate this. This doesn't have to be a comparator. I'm using it because it's in my inventory. It could be a repeater. It's going to be a signal strength of 9, so we can actually do a block straight into here and soft power that, which that would work as well. Redstone dust. So that could be a repeater, comparator, dust straight into there. Anything that powers this block will power that autocrafter. Now what we can do is get some more bamboo in my inventory here. Let's go ahead and get 4 full stacks. And we're just going to dump these in. You hear it's going faster. Now we can see it's filling up at 4 times the speed. It's filling up at 4 times hopper speed. And every single time it reaches a level 9, it activates the crafter and spits out a block. So these actually can work really quite fast. So that is the concept that I'm starting with over here. I have pre-built this contraption, and I'm just going to run over the concept here because this is actually, it looks more complicated than it is, but it takes the bamboo and goes straight to slabs, and we'll prove that here in a minute. So the first step is like we did over there. It is a 4 hopper input into a bamboo crafter, and it will make the bamboo blocks. It is testing right here and comparing to this redstone signal of 9. When this is full, it just goes around, powers this block that is testing through and activates the autocrafter and builds a bamboo block. Now the one below it, it shoots straight into the next one. The next one takes a bamboo block and deconstructs it into 2 bamboo planks, which you guys all know how that works. And that is being tested right here. It's testing this, comparing that autocrafter. And the interesting part is, because this is a contraption that's trying to be compact, I can actually read this clay pot through the block that this clay pot's sitting on. So this comparator is feeding into here, and it's reading this clay pot that has a signal strength of 9. And then when this autocrafter shoots a block into this autocrafter, the signal strength of 9 activates, that pulses through this block into here. Nothing's overlapping. Nothing is interfering with each other. Now the last step is this gets filled up with 2 planks. And we only want it to activate when all 3 spaces are full. So when that middle autocrafter shoots out 2 planks, it fills up this spot and this spot. The next time it shoots out 2 planks, it fills up this spot and this spot. When this one's full, it activates and shoots out slabs. We're testing this directly this time to keep it compact. We have a clay pot over here. It's reading through the block and providing a signal strength of 9 to compare. When this is full, this activates, turns off the torch, turns on torch on, and activates this autocrafter. Now, when you're building your autocrafter, your custom autocrafter, you do have to be careful if you decide to use a redstone torch to power your autocrafter. As we look right here, let me get a torch. And I'm going to get a dispenser because we will hear the click. If I put a torch here and hard power this crafter, it will spread if there's an autocrafter touching it. So if I do this here, you can hear that click. So whenever you're building an array like this where one crafter feeds into the next, you have to soft power the crafters. You can't directly hard power it with a repeater or a torch or anything like that. Otherwise, it'll break your system because it'll activate 2 crafters at the same time. Then the crafter next to it might not be ready to fire. Okay, so that is the rundown. Let's fill them up and watch this thing go to work. Every time it fills up with 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, and making slabs. No buttons, no pressure plates. Perfect every single time. So that's it. That is a quick tutorial for how comparators work, how to use them in a autocrafting, how autocrafters work. Hopefully some of this resonates with you and you can make your redstone world, the redstone in your world, work a little bit better. If you have any questions, if you have any problems, feel free to leave me a comment and we'll resolve them together. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and I will see you guys around the world.